everybody, and welcome to my channel, Vinnesha and Vinnesha. Today I'll be doing the Booktube Newbie Tag, so I'll be answering some questions. I have a clipboard here that I'll be looking at occasionally because there's some things that I want to make sure that I say. And the first question is, why did you start this channel? I always love to read. That's just something that is one of my favorite things to do. And I have a book journal right now where I write down my thoughts about books. It's a little notebook, composition notebook, and I figure I have a lot of things to say about books, so it would make sense for me to have a YouTube channel where I can connect with people who also like to talk about what they think about books. I also really like to share and tell stories. That's also one of my favorite pastimes. And yeah, I need people to discuss my book feelings with. That's why I'm starting this channel. On to the second question, which is, what unique things will you bring to Booktube/YouTube? I tend to talk about a lot of books that people don't really talk about, so I want to spend most of my time on my channel highlighting authors who, don't really get a lot of promotion. I tend to read a lot of coming-of-age novels, YA that people don't really talk about, sci-fi, fantasy, a lot of books by Black authors that people don't really talk about, so my channel will kind of be centering the Black experience. That's something that is very important to me. That's like my entire life. So yeah, I'll be coming from a point of view of the liberation of Black people. So hopefully that's something that you can get on board with, or at least will be willing to watch. Also, I think something that I would bring to Booktube that's completely different from what people are doing is I want to have more book discussions. That's not something that I see a whole lot of. So, half-hour or even hour-long discussions about books that don't really get talked about, where we can go into depth about the meaning of a book. And I want to use my channel as catalyst to have important real-life discussions about social issues that matter. As I said, I want to highlight Black authors that don't really get a lot of support. And yeah, that sums up my answer to that question. The third question is, what are you most excited about? I'm most excited about the books that I'm going to be discussing with you guys. I'm excited to hear about what you're reading about. I'm excited about books that are going to be coming out. I've recently gotten a lot into like sci-fi, fantasy, speculative fiction, and I'm really excited about the work that's going to be put out in the next coming years. Anything else? The discussions, I want to have interviews with authors. And, I'll be ranting about a few things as they come up. So that is something that you have to look forward to. And what book or series got you into reading? I have a few favorite series that I liked when I was a kid. One of my first favorite children's book was called No Nap. I forget the author, but I read that book so many times. Dr. Seuss, of course. Ezra Jack Keats. I love the Junie B. Jones series. Oh my gosh. That was like one of my favorite things to read in elementary school. And another one of my favorite authors is Rosa Guy. She's, I believe, a Trinidadian author. She wrote the book The Friends, which is one of my favorite books of all time. And Ruby, which I have yet to read, but I will be reading that soon. The Beverly Cleary Ramona series, I really love that. And, and Judy Blume was very important to me growing up. I was a little bit of an advanced reader. I read a lot of books that like kids my age weren't really reading because I've always had some of an advanced reading level. The next question is, what questions would you ask your favorite booktubers? So here is what I would want to ask some of you guys. What do you think is lacking on Booktube? What kind of content would you like to see more of? So in other words, how can we grow? The biggest challenge that I'll have on this channel is consistency. That's something that I tend to struggle with. And just being creative, switching it up and keeping people interested and keeping up with my content. That's something that I really hope that I can get better at. The next question is, when did you start reading? I've been reading since I was like a baby. My mother read to us since we were, 1 and 2 years old. So I started reading at a very early age. And the question is, where do you read is the last question. At my house, when I'm at work, I like to take a book with me to read on breaks. I love to read at the library because it's warm and cozy. And I just like to carry a book around with me wherever I go, because there are times where I'll like be shopping or something, or just out and about, and I have a spare minute, and instead of just wasting time like browsing my phone or standing around, I can pull out a book and read that. So that is my answer to the Booktube Newbie Tag questions. If you have any more questions for me, feel free to put them in the comments and I will definitely answer them. If you think that you're going to like my content, please subscribe if that's something that you want to do. And please like the video because I think it helps the channel grow. So thank you very much for watching me, and I'll have another video up very soon. Thank you so much for watching.